I thank the gentleman. I now recognize for questioning Mr. Bishop.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for holding this hearing. I first want to observe that how delighted I am. This is my sixth term on this committee, and I'm delighted to see that we are having a hearing, the purpose of which, I hope, is to protect worker rights. That is a rare occurrence on this committee. We spend most of our time in this committee when the Republicans are in the majority of taking up measures or looking at issues in which we are endeavoring to pursue the protection of employer rights, often at the expense of employees. And so I'm delighted that we are focusing on a concern for employees. I also think that we're engaged in what might be called revisionist history, and we're also engaged in some denial of current reality. I noted the chairman in his opening statement said that President Obama insisted on the sequester. I note that we now are referring to this sequester as the Obama-quester. I also note, as the ranking member said, that Speaker Boehner said that he got 98% of what he wanted out of the deal that brought us the sequester, and I think we can all agree that the sequester constitutes a touch more than 2% of the deal. I also note that the chairman said that sequestration is not how Washington should conduct the people's business. I couldn't agree more. I absolutely agree. But I think it's instructive to enter into the record statements that our colleagues on the Republican side of the aisle have made. Representative Mike Pompeo, quote, "The sequester is here. It's time. We've got to get these spending reductions in place. It's going to be a home run," close quote. Representative Cynthia Loomis, sequestration will take place. I am excited. It will be the first time since I've been in Congress that we really have significant cuts. Representative Paul Broom, I want to see sequestration go into place. Representative Steve Scalise, the consensus is we want the sequester numbers to come in and to finally see spending reduced in Washington. Representative Mick Mulvaney, we want to keep the sequester in place and take the cuts we can get. And finally, Representative Desjardins, a member of this committee, sequestration needs to happen. Bottom line, it needs to happen, and that's the deal we struck to raise the debt limit. So this is not an issue, clearly, where there is unanimity on the Republican side of the aisle that this is, quote, not the way we should conduct the people's business. In my view, it is not the way we should conduct the people's business, and 14 days away from a self-imposed crisis, we should be focusing all of our efforts on how to avoid sequestration in a fair and balanced way, not by trying to score political points and assess blame.